What's up, YouTube? Shout out to this guy, Theoria Apophysis, APOPHOSIS, YouTube. And I wouldn't say he's on a similar journey, but he has made a really, really cool discovery. Actually, another guy invented this thing that they're calling the Ferris cell, okay? And it's 2 plates of glass with like 2 drops of this iron nanoparticle solution in between, and LED lights around it. And when they put a magnet on top or underneath, it actually expresses, manifests, it shows what the magnetic field is doing in a full-blown hologram.
A magnet doesn't actually have a magnetic field. It is a point source object that's actually creating constructive and destructive interference and an ambextra field relative to the medium. Now, the medium of sound, of course, is the air, oxygen and nitrogen. The medium of all fields, of course, is the ether. All fields are ether perturbation modalities. So in the middle...
Okay? And, it's all about collecting puzzle pieces. It's all about, there's a couple rules in life, Don't join a cult, don't be stupid, and be humble enough to know what you don't know, and be, I guess, wise enough to seek out people who do know it. And clearly you can't take one person's viewpoint. You have to zoom out, scan the whole thing. But this guy has come up with a puzzle piece. Now, granted, most people watching this don't need any more puzzle pieces to see the big picture, but this is actually really cool because it's confirmation and it's an explanation of why we stick to the earth other than this theory of gravity, right? Why things come down other than density and buoyancy. It shows clearly the relationship between toroidal fields, magnetic toroidal fields, and how our North Pole works, and how magnets work on our flat, round, domed Earth, okay? We know that the map being used by the shipping industry and the airline industry is this Gleason map, as it is, and the compass always points north, okay? So if you think the planes are going around a globe, they're not, right? They're going around the circle of the Earth, and they think they're going west or east based on that compass pointing north, but it's always pointing to the direct middle, which is directly under the pole star. South is only the compass opposite direction, which is then always pointing towards the outside ice wall ring around the outside. All right, so when a plane's flying on autopilot, it's slowly adjusting for that, and it's curving around. When the sun and moon are going around the circle of the Earth, they come in tighter towards the North Pole, and that's summer for the Northern Hemisphere. And then you've got the equator line. You could see the equator line when the sun rips around that. Look how it burns that desert. It just burns that desert right across of, Asia and Africa, right? Pretty darn clear, right? It's pretty clear what's happening there, right? We're going to look at this guy's Ferris cell in 2 dimensions and in 3 dimensions, okay? So in 2 dimensions, you look straight down at it, and it shows the flower of life. And we know that's in everything, okay? We know that that is the signature of the Creator. Whether it's the ear, whether it's the distance between your waist and your chin, or your chin and your forehead, or your lips and your nose, the more on point that equation is, the more beauty we have, okay? So there's no accident, there's no accidental beauty. Beauty is a real thing. All right, so what we do is we look at all of these ancient conceptualized views of the Earth, okay? And the Viking one is pretty much, I love it, right? Because it's got the tree life. We've got as above, so below. we've got the ice wall clearly around the outside. But whether it's Mesa or Babylonian or any of them, they all show kind of the same thing. But they have this, it's just like the Bible says, the earth takes shape like clay under a seal, okay? Job 38:14. But just like they all have this, like the Babylonian, see, it's got the pyramid, and then below it is the pyramid, as above, so below, and it shows kind of the magnetic waves coming off it. The Mesa has the, literally looks like a magnet in the middle. So if you look at this guy's toroidal, as above, so below, but we're on the flat part in between the positive, ether positive up top, and the negative below. And in the very middle is there's a force coming down. But what's going on is we've got this Mount Meru in the middle. We've got this, what they depict as a mountain or a pyramid in the middle. That's where, because on this guy's ferrous cell, when he puts this magnet underneath, it creates that three-dimensional toroidal, okay? That's going above, that's going below. And if the Vedic, history, they have it too. They've got they call it Mount Meru. In the middle, they've got the 7 dimensions going up, positive ones, until you reach the very top, which is, which Hebrews call heaven, they call, like, I guess, Samadhi or Atman or whatever they want. But the bottom 7 realms are negative, and we'd call them hell realms, the underworld. Now let's look at this guy's toroidal thing and how it shows the ley lines, okay? So you look at the ley lines, the energy grid lines on a ball earth, and it's basically a mess. And we take those same ley lines and we look at it, how they express on the real earth, the flat earth, which is exactly how the United Nations and World Health Organization, they put that exact map in our face. But there it is, there's the flower of life, and then when the lines intersect, there's a little energy spot. And this guy clearly on his toroidal model manifesting this energy. When these lines intersect, there's your hot spots. It doesn't really get any clearer than this, okay? It doesn't. This is a great little puzzle piece for, on the next sort of second, third level of trying to understand where we live and how it works, okay? Because it's all a microcosm and a macrocosm. This system is in everything. It's the way our bodies work, okay? Our bodies, our heels is hell, right? Our head is heaven, but we emit a torus field ourselves, okay? Just like the apple, we look just like an apple. I mean, we are the apple of God's eye, right? But we have these fields around us, and everything is electromagnetic. So everything comes down and sticks to this mid-plane point in between the positive and negative toroidals. Anyhow, I just wanted to throw that out there and give a shout out to this guy and his buddy who invented this ferrous cell, because it's pretty dope. All right, peace, y'all.
The field geometry of the dielectric is a hyperboloid or an hourglass shape. Of course, the field geometry of the magnetic is a torus. Of course, the wonderful thing about ring magnets is that the magnet is already in the shape of the magnetic field, so it creates interesting geometry. However, it never changes between the torus and the hyperboloid, but when you actually have the magnetic field that's the exact same shape as the physical magnet itself, you get this interesting pattern in the middle, which of course is just another donut or another torus, but it's kind of like a donut within a donut.